What up, everybody? If you're in the Austin area this weekend, me and my girl will be at Wizard World. She will actually have a booth, B43. She's doing custom art, stained glass, and she'll have a whole variety of characters and logos and such. Speaking of which, she is my guest this week. Been kind of a long time coming. I really want to get on the show and make sure it was at a timely point. And this being the week of Wizard World and our trip to Austin and whatnot, I thought, who better to have on my show than my girlfriend? And we talk about her viewing habits early on, how she grew to start to love wrestling and what made her want to become a fan, and how her viewing habits have changed over the years when she started dating a wrestler, and how they are now, and her newfound love for the NXT product. And we get into a wide variety. We also talk about stained glass and the inspiration behind that. Really a fun conversation. You know, it's a unique situation when you get to interview your girlfriend or have a conversation with her and have it filmed and all that. But I really enjoyed it. Now, before we get into the interview, the next couple weeks I'll have my good friend, old friend of mine, Steve-O Reno. Had a fun conversation with him. We talked about a wide variety of topics, you know, him finding his identity in the wrestling business and having to change ideas and characters and such, and you know, kind of the trials and tribulations of that. Getting his start as an intern, so on and so forth. And then a couple weeks after, I'll bring to you my conversation with the creator and probably one of the head writers of Doomsday Wrestling. He also portrays Tex Lone Star, but I know him as Gregory Val. No, I call him Tex most times. But another fun conversation. We get into a whole slew of things. In case you missed it, my chance to be on the Brad Gilmore show. We filmed, not filmed, we actually recorded a conversation we had, and we talked about wrestling to some degree, but we talked about comic books and comic book movies. He was gracious enough, because I believe he's starting a new set of topics and a new podcast within his Brad Gilmore show universe. I mean, it's kind of, everything's kind of fallen under that umbrella, but if you have yet to have heard it, please, you know, check out my Facebook page, and you'll see probably a link to it. Just be on the lookout for it. We'll have part 2. Part 1 was released this past Monday, and part 2 will be released this coming up Monday. Fun conversation. We really just kind of got into it. It was actually recorded the day that we filmed our conversation that was that I released earlier. So yeah. But again, back to this week and this guest. Again, my girlfriend, and you know, I told her I would interview her or have her on my show before I had any other women on my show. Felt I owed that much to her, and again, it was a real fun conversation. We got into a wide variety of topics, and mainly she's the maker of this, and she'll have a lot of fine art. So again, if you're in the Austin area and you're going to Wizard World, be sure to check out booth B43. It's the Puddin Creations table or booth. Again, she'll have plenty of her art out there for sale, and we're hoping that she has pretty good success. I'm pretty confident that she will, given some of the inspiration for a lot of the pieces. Again, we get into that, we get into wrestling, we get into life. It's a fun time. So, until the next time, sit back, relax, and enjoy my conversation with Samantha Flynn, the owner and operator and artist behind Puddin Creations. Until the next time, later. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
No, you can't do that. No, we're not. They know I play favorites. The first woman, not the first woman I've interviewed, but the first woman since I started the conversation series. So, how's it going? By the time this is out, you will be a day away.
I will be a day away.
Wizard World.
Which means I will be flipping out.
You
and you get to deal with it.
Oh man, I won't be the only one.
Yeah.
We'll have to call in reinforcements.
May have to.
Wow. So we'll get into Wizard World in a second. So your earliest wrestling memory, because obviously the reason you're on the show is because at first, before you met me, you were a big wrestling fan, and then quickly fell out of love. No, but
It wasn't quickly.
well, we will get it. We'll get into
Yeah.
what has caused your disdain for viewing it, and some funny stories. But let's so earliest memory of wrestling.
My earliest memory of wrestling probably be the Monday Night Wars,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice to watch it on the WWE Network now.
Yeah.
Only
yeah.
$9.99.
Only $9. Oh my God, you're gonna even sing its praises.
I'm a fan.
Oh, I know.
I'm a fan of it. I do pay for it every night. Only $9.99.
That's right.
No, it was because we had a game room.
Mm-hmm.
Like my dad built a wall in our garage and turned it into a game room.
Mm-hmm.
And Colin and Chris, my older brothers, would always be flipping back and forth.
Okay.
And
Between Nitro and Raw.
yeah, between
Okay.
Nitro and Raw. And I would always be in there with them. So
Did you want to watch it when they first put it on, or were you like, come on, can I watch something else?
I think that I never really cared.
Okay.
I think I was always occupied with something else in the game room.
Okay.
And it was just on, and then until like stuff would catch my attention, like, well,
No, I mean, go
like
ahead.
Rocky Maivia would
Okay,
catch my
okay.
attention.
Like from back then when he was rocking Maivia, you were like,
I think it was right when he stopped. I do remember seeing him as Rocky Maivia, but again, I was
yeah.
7.
Okay.
And then going into the Nation of Domination.
Okay.
So
and that's
it
when
was-
when he turned to bad boy, you were all about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was like, when he came out as Rocky Maivia, I was impressed. I was
It's fine. You were smitten. You were smitten. You were inspired to watch. So WrestleMania 7. Well, no, before WrestleMania 17, you and your brothers would try to emulate the moves. That ever?
yeah. I
So the don't try this at home.
did not work in my
It was
household.
more like let's try it at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was the trampoline moves. There was, just getting on the mattresses and doing everything. I actually broke my arm.
Yeah, tell me about the arm break, because it, like, what happened?
We were in Miami.
Okay. Inspired by the rock.
I think we were there for one of Chris's regattas, and it was around Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And Colin and I were bored at the hotel room and started wrestling around.
Mm-hmm.
We did have a replica rock belt.
Okay. Oh, one of the foam.
So it was always who
The
was
actual
the Rock
Brahma Bull.
champion.
Okay.
Who was the Rock champion?
Mhm.
So we would always fight for the Rock championship.
Okay.
And so we started like wrestling, probably between the two beds that were in the hotel room, and I think he was trying to do the worm
Okay.
or something, and I went to like catch it. I tried to block, and then he fell like that, and I fractured my rotator. No, my
Just the wrist
yeah,
bone?
my growth plate.
Ah,
Growth
okay,
plate, yeah.
okay. Oh, wow. So
I
just like that?
Yeah, so I spent, I kind of ignored it. So I was like, oh, my parents are going to kill me.
Yeah.
They're going to kill us. And then it finally got to the point like that night where it was like so swollen that my mom noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just like, oh, we were outside playing basketball. That's all it was.
No wrestling. No
yeah,
wrestling.
yeah. My dad would have flipped,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he finally found out later on, and flipped out. But that's how I broke my arm. And then we spent Christmas Eve in the emergency room, and they were like, "Oh, it's just sprained."
Oh wow.
And I did not get to swim with the dolphins that Christmas because I had a broken wrist.
All because of the worm.
Yeah. And then we got back home and went to my doctor, and he was like, "Yeah, it's broken."
Wow. So you got even misdiagnosed. That sucks.
Yeah.
So now, WrestleMania 17, you were at the Astrodome.
It was.
Are you sick of the song "My Way"?
No, I love it. It takes me back to an amazing time.
Yeah.
I love it.
You were the big...
I have it on my MP3 player, on my workout playlist.
And even when it comes on, you still think back to to the video between the two. And you were an avid rock fan, even though it was Houston, Texas, and the Texas guy. So how heartbroken were you when Austin beat The Rock? I mean, I don't know how many chair shots The Rock took, but...
I remember being in college shoulders for the entire match.
Okay.
And walking around, like him walking around so I could get like the best view or whatever, and just not believing it.
Not believing he had lost?
Yeah, I was like, like when it happened, I was like, what? But what? You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah. Okay.
11 or 12.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah. I probably cried a little bit.
Okay. It's all right to admit if you.
And then I remember at the we took the bus. We took a bus to the Astrodome. So after we were waiting in line for the buses, and I remember Rocky chants and Austin chants.
Okay.
Even after the fact, it just continued. And then I was just like, I wasn't really worried because I was like, you know what? There's going to be a rematch, you know?
Yeah.
And I snuck out of my bedroom to watch the rematch that following night.
Oh, that's right. With, what happened in that one? Didn't Triple H come out?
Yes.
And it was a cage match?
Yeah, it was a cage match.
And we thought Triple H was going to be the good guy, and then he bashed...
He's tearing up.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Happy thoughts. Okay, so compared to WrestleMania 17, you were at WrestleMania 25. What were the major differences for you?
I didn't care as much.
Because there was no Rock?
Partially, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was my senior year, right?
Okay.
I think, yeah. I don't believe, I think I cared about Shawn and Taker, and that was about it.
Okay.
But the whole experiences of it were cool, but I don't remember caring too much for the actual matches and pay-per-views. I was a fan of the ladies.
Okay.
Only because of, you know.
No. Yeah, this is your thing. This is
his name is slipping my mind.
Santino?
Yes.
Santina?
Because of his, yes.
Yeah, the WrestleMania 25 Diva Battle.
Diva Battle
Miss WrestleMania, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right.
So that I was a fan of. And then that was when the Hardys
fought each other.
Yeah. So.
Were you pretty torn up over it?
No, I mean, a little bit.
You were more of a Jeff fan or a Matt fan?
I would go back and forth.
Well,
when Matt got fat, I was like, and then Jeff got crazy, and I was like, you know, there's the crazy hot scale. No.
Okay. Yeah.
There's both ways.
So, once The Rock left initially, I mean, it was kind of a gradual thing, but eventually he left. How did that change your viewing habits quite a bit, or were you still watching because it was kind of part of the routine?
When he left to do, are you talking when he left to
Just
do
when he left for
Scorpion
good.
King?
No, when he left, like after, I guess, 2003?
Yeah, I think it did. I think after, I don't think that's what changed my viewing habits, but I think steadily after. I was just getting into more things probably, and I was just like, I don't recall a lot of what happened after, like after, I can't remember really.
Okay.
When I stopped watching.
It just was one of those, one day you're watching, the next day.
Yeah, and then I got back into it because all my high school friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, I don't ever think I really stopped watching it. It just became like an afterthought. I wasn't like every
you weren't as
Monday
religious or
night
glued
and
into
every
it. Okay.
and every Friday night. And then in high school we started getting the pay-per-views, and Haley and I would always watch them together and everything, and just get a group of friends over. So I steadily got back into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were actually approached from one of my elementary friends' dads. They were like, hey, we do, I film for Booker. He has shows in Pasadena.
Okay.
Every month.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Tom, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or DJ Tom.
DJ Tom.
DJ Tom the Bomb.
Okay, that's right. I always want to call him Dr. Tom, but DJ Tom, yeah.
Yes. And so Haley, me, and our boyfriends went one Saturday night.
Okay.
And yeah.
Now, we'll fast forward a little bit. So you're an avid, somewhat avid watcher, and then you're dating a wrestler. We're not going to get too much into that, but we will get into, because at one point, I mean, you would come watch the pay-per-views with us, and being a true, wrestling fan in the traditional sense, and hanging around a bunch of wrestlers, how does that differ from viewing it with your friends?
I do have to say it was a lot different at first. I was very reserved, I think, when I watched with y'all guys more than when I watched with, when I would watch with Haley, and then it's two girls flipping out over half-naked guys.
Mm-hmm. So you weren't flipping out over them being half-naked? Yeah,
you weren't. And y'all were talking about all these things I had never heard of. And I was just why can't you guys just shut up and watch the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
And then, so I was a little more reserved, and then I gradually, the more I watched with y'all, which was fairly impossible to avoid.
Yeah.
The more I learned and all that, and my perspective would, it's slanted a little.
Okay.
So I look for other things than I did as a fan.
Okay.
Without knowing really anything.
Okay. So you actually want to try it. I mean, you actually have wanted for a while. I mean, you and I have had conversations, and I have my reasons. And if we need to get into them, we will. But you're still, I mean, deep down inside, you want to give it a go, correct?
It has always been there.
Yeah.
The option of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was told by my mom, by you, by several smart-minded people to wait until I got a degree.
Yeah. You want? I don't want to say you want to have a backup plan, and I would say that if you were if the performance center was, if you were fresh out of high school and the performance center was an option, it would be just go there. Or
I think you've told me that. You were like, just get a boob job and go live in Florida.
Yeah,
and I was
Done.
Now that I have your blessing. When is that, Lisa?
Oh, wow. Well, or go to Booker's, because it's in town. And you have mentioned that you want to go to the next fantasy camp if all things are...
Yes. The past few, I've had scheduled conflictions, so I would like to go to the next one.
So, I watch it all the time. I know it
every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday,
and
Friday,
but for
Saturday.
you, like, does the product not? Because you'll watch. Does anything really? We'll get into NXT in a second, but like if the current like WWE stuff, any of the stuff catch you, like get you interested? Is there anybody that you look at and you're like, like you would tune into them?
Yeah. Yes and no. It kind of goes in and out.
Okay.
I think when you watch it, you'll you usually kind of see what I'm leaning towards. But I was really into the Wyatt stuff.
Okay.
Some of the stuff they were doing with them, but it really changes when I could like a person now and the story just not be good, so I don't really care.
Yeah, and then you just lose interest.
Yeah. So it's not that I watch for certain people, it's what kind of catches my attention.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't care for the Brock and Cena stories.
Really? Okay. What do you, okay, aside from the fact that...
I got into the second one a little bit.
But aside from, is it because Brock beat The Rock? Is it?
No, that has nothing to do with it.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like a personal...
No.
Because he was,
It could be a personal vendetta against Brock and subconsciously somewhere that might be a little tiny factor, but it's not the whole reason why I don't like him.
Well, we'll back up a little bit. The Rock returns. I remember me telling you there's no way he's coming back.
That was an argument that went on for a while. I was always going to come back. It was not around the time, but I did
you even like
I
constantly.
do believe when they said that there was going to be a host for WrestleMania 30, I called it.
Not 30, 27.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. 27 was the host.
When they said they were going to come out with a host, I believe I called it.
Yeah, you were pretty, I was like, it could be...
But even before that, I was like, The Rock's going to come back, and you were like, he's never coming back. He's now Dwayne Johnson, he's not The Rock anymore.
He was Dwayne Johnson.
But I was like, he's still The Rock, he's going to come back. And,
so, how proud were you?
I was...
a couple years later... a year later when
that was the best Valentine's Day of my Valentine's, so thank you.
Well, we raced home because we got the good old Facebook spoiled it for us.
Don't look at Facebook.
Yeah, don't look at Facebook if you haven't watched it. They will spoil it for you. So how proud were you when? Because we all said there was no way he was going to win. I assumed they were going to do like a Rock Hogan thing where you bring in the nostalgia act. In essence, I hate to say the Rock is a nostalgia act, but he was in essence coming back for like, hey, remember when it was me and all this?
I've never had a doubt in my mind.
So how proud were you at the end of it when?
When the entire apartment was silent, and I was just like, told you. Ryan used to owe me dinner.
Oh, he does still.
Told you.
Yeah.
I think Terrence was the only one who was like, she knows what she's talking about.
He is a big Rock fan.
Yeah.
But and they were selling. We even told Ryan you could get out of it if you just go get us some of those cups. I think they were selling like.
Yes, the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
The 7-Eleven. I didn't even know that there were still 7-Elevens.
So let's. Recently, you have. There is a show that you look forward to seeing now. As far as wrestling goes, televised wrestling.
Yes.
NXT. And now when I told you, hey, you want to check this out, you were not really? Were you skeptical, or?
No, I don't think I ever sat down and watched it with you. I think because the majority of the time you were just watching it on your tablet.
Yeah.
Like during a break, and so I never really had seen it.
Yeah. So what did you think when you saw, I guess it was the Takeover special?
Yeah.
That was the first one that you saw like all the way through. What did you think?
I really liked it. For the most part, it seemed more, I hate to say original.
No. WWE is very, I hate to say formulaic, but it is, they have a formula and they go, this still works.
And I thought more of the matches told more of a story than any of the stuff on Raw.
Yeah.
And honestly, the stuff on Raw you kind of see week after week after week, and you see the same matches. So, and I liked the characters.
Okay.
I liked it was kind of like Attitude Era, to where everybody was kind of like over the top. Everybody gets over the top with their gimmicks, and they get what they're doing, and they do it. But then again, there's Raw, where they've got guys doing switching gimmicks 3 or 4 times. Like Sandow.
Yeah. I like his stunt man stuff.
Yes.
But for a while there he was playing that guy.
How many gimmicks has he done? You know.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, instead of changing it up.
Yeah.
Maybe you should think about it. just think about it. And then where could you take him?
Yeah.
You know, and then execute. But I could tell. I think I asked you, and I was like, Hunter does this, doesn't he?
Oh no, that's his baby, and I think he's got. I mean, Full Sail's like pretty much a production studio, pretty much. I mean, they got everything. Like that's where they're going to churn out. And then, even before that, I was like, man, that's the place to be. Like, unless you're trying to be a local guy, or trying to learn I would say books, but anyone I would say if you can get there. So let's talk about why you're going to Wizard World.
Okay.
What prompted you to start doing stained glass? What was it that initially made you go, this is something I want to do?
I saw that this little shop was doing a class, and I was like, oh, that would be cool. Like, I went in, I saw some of the pieces they had done, and I was like, could I do a Harley Quinn? That's initially was my first thought. Like, Harley Quinn would be cool in stained glass. Could I do that? So I signed up for the class, and then for the beginner one, they don't let you pick what you want to do. Okay. So I ended up having to choose the beginner pattern to like learn all the techniques and learn everything, how to cut, how to grind, all the steps, go through everything. Okay. And it's got to be, they do it to where you can finish it in 6 weeks. Oh, wow. Because it's like a 2-hour class, so they make the pattern simple enough to where you can finish it in 6 weeks with the classes. Okay. So I did that one, I did the first one, and I really liked the process. Like, it was therapeutic, and it was artistic, and just the colors, like, just pairing certain glasses. Like, you will have to go to the glass shop with me one day, because it's just it's aisles and aisles of different glass. Okay. And it's so crazy to see, and then just pairing, this with this, and seeing how they just pop out, how one color can make another pop, and the different textures and everything. I just loved it. And so for my next piece, I told Vicky, the owner, I was like, I want to do a Harley Quinn, and I kind of showed her a picture, and so she drew up the pattern for me. Oh, okay. And so I did that, and then of course you and Adrian kind of flipped out.
Well, yeah, they were pretty
it,
awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was very proud of that piece.
Yeah.
It was hard as shit to cut too. And then I think my next piece was Deadpool for Adrian's birthday.
Yeah, the thumbs up one. And I mean, you've got you're gonna have multiple ones in Austin.
Yes.
Like multiple colors and such.
Yes, I will have the X-Men, X-Force variant.
Okay.
And then just a red Deadpool.
Do you find you're more into comics now because that's the majority of the custom stuff that you do?
Not more into them. I think I'm more into the artwork. I think I'm more... Because I've read a few, but I'm not...
Yeah.
I don't stay on top of it, and read all the different kinds.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a fan of all the artwork.
Okay.
So, and I think I've realized the different artwork more.
Yeah.
And just kind of appreciated the different stuff and...
Mm-hmm. So is there, Wizard World's a huge convention. I mean, there's going to be WWE, there's going to be gaming, there's going to be artists. Is there anyone in particular you're like really looking forward to?
I kind of nerded out for the Charmed girls.
No. That's
I was looking forward to Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if he's gonna be there.
No,
now.
I think he's not gonna.
Yeah,
be
there. They took
him down.
Or
wait, I don't know if they took him down.
Well, they took him down off the website, but he is still on the map that we were.
Yeah.
The floor map. He's still on. Paige would be cool if we could get away on Thursday, but I don't know if we'll have anybody to watch the booth.
Taker would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
But all three of the Charmed sisters
together, the original, right?
Yes.
Not Rose McGowan. It's going to be Shannon Daugherty. Oh, God, what's Piper's? Holly Combs, I think is her name, and then Alyssa Milano.
Yeah.
Oh, Alyssa Milano. Yeah, man, big crush. Big crush.
Uh-oh.
She used to be my celebrity crush. We got a couple of your pieces. Now you're in B43. That's the
booth B43.
Okay, and you'll be the brightly colored.
Yes.
High Puddin. Now, what was the choice to name it High Puddin?
I think when I realized that I was selling, or I was not really selling, but I was making pieces for friends.
Yeah.
And they were giving me money,
Yeah.
for materials.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, people want this.
You're like, I'm kind of a professional artist at this point.
I was like, people are kind of paying me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a big deal. And then I was like, well, okay, so I could kind of make something out of this, right? And then I was like, well, I was talking to Chelsea.
Yeah.
And I was like, we have to come up with a name. I have to come up with a name, something.
Yeah.
And there were a few that got tossed around, like just texting back and forth. And then I think I was talking to my grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
My ringer for text messages.
Oh yeah, High Puddin.
It's Harley saying High Puddin. And I was just like, what about just High Puddin?
Plus, that was kind of the inspiration for you to be a part of it.
Yeah,
anyway.
Harley.
Yeah. So let's, we've only got a couple.
Yeah.
One that's,
These are all going to be at Wizard World, though.
I do love this one.
Yeah. That one is our bedroom piece.
Ooh, so you're getting a piece of the magic. I do like it. I like it.
Yeah.
When did you make this one? When was this one finished?
That one, I want to say 2012.
2012.
That was one of... Wait, no, maybe 2013.
Possibly.
It was a later piece, right?
But Deadpool was pretty early on.
Deadpool was pretty early on.
for Adrian was pretty early on.
Yeah, that was the third piece I made.
Third piece you ever made.
The third piece I ever made.
Now, you're going to have that for display at least?
I will be bringing it. I don't believe I will be selling it.
Unless you get a really good
Adrian
price.
and his things, he's very attached.
I mean, you can always just give him. I mean, it's not like he's gonna watch
Yeah.
this, so you just don't be like, oh, I dropped it.
Oh no.
Oh, I broke it. But I really.
Yes,
'Cause
I
this
will
is
be
kind of-
making
this is
another
kind
one
of
of those.
kinda you and me.
If I sell that one, I will be making another one. We have a themed bedroom.
Nah, we do. And if people saw it, the Houston Wrestling Radio guys complimented you on your Harley Quinn stuff, and you have a Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Do you have that on? Do you have a picture of that on your Facebook? Anyway?
I believe it was on it's on my cover albums.
Ah, okay.
So I don't believe it's my cover anymore, but I did have it. It is up there.
So it's in your history.
It is.
Now another
Yes.
one of my favorites.
This one I have actually sold.
But she is accepting.
But yes, I will be selling it again.
It's really, really nice.
I actually made that one to match the Superman.
Which we will get into in a
Okay.
second.
Yeah. I'm just saying you're doing it out of order. No.
But it doesn't matter chronologically. So how long ago was this one? This one was this year, right?
Yes, that one was like, I finished it like a month ago.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the companion piece.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Superman. My favorite guy. Big guy. Love this guy.
Yeah. Funny story about that one. When I picked out the pattern, it's black and white, right?
Yeah.
You just see like the lines that are right here and everything. So Chelsea and I were looking at it and we're like, okay, we know that this is his cape, but what the hell is this supposed to be? We were like, is the cape messed up? And we didn't realize that was supposed to be his arm. So I almost fucked up that piece.
Oh man, but you didn't.
Did not.
We're gonna make them high five, I think, originally.
Yes,
They're
yes.
gonna do
There's
it.
gonna be a middle piece where they're gonna high five. That piece is yet to be made.
And how long ago was that one?
That one was probably a year ago.
And then the one,
Yes.
this one, I think.
That is a monster of a piece.
Yeah, I really like it. And we just found it was like an insert, right? They were hyping up.
It was
like an
it
upcoming
was
comic?
just like an ad in a comic. In a
The
comic
Avengers
book.
Assembled or something
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, Hulk and Thor and Captain America and Iron Man.
All four in one.
Oh my.
Best of both worlds.
So, is there, what piece would you say has been your favorite piece that you've done? I know they're all like your children.
Yes.
But is there one that you're like, I mean, the Boba Fett is awesome. That one will be on display. And actually,
It's going to be in a light box.
which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like I would, I mean, if we had money like that, it would be awesome to just display them, you know.
Yeah.
But which piece would you say is really?
Can I give a top 3?
Yeah, you can give a top 5, whatever. I'm just, and you don't even have to put them in order. It's just.
Yeah, they won't be in order. Boba Fett.
Which is awesome.
Yes.
I think because you've gotten so many compliments because it looks
Yeah.
pretty dead close to the actual.
And I like that one so much because I got to play around with the different
Yeah.
painting techniques on the glass, so I could find out what I could do, what I couldn't do. So it was really fun to play with, and I was just so happy that it turned out that way.
No, it turned out awesome.
Yeah.
Then again with the light box, it's just
Yeah.
now that one you're not.
I'm not selling. No, I think Jason would kill me if anything happened to it.
And yet you'll have it there.
I will have it.
Oh man, gotta have some electricity for it. Okay, but yeah, okay. So Boba Fett.
Hulk and Bruce Banner.
That one came out really well. I gotta admit, I was kind of skeptical because of the
transition.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that came out really good. And that was just someone had.
Somebody had seen my, I was the featured artist in Bay Area Magazine.
Okay.
And for the month of November, and somebody had seen it.
Okay.
And she called me up. She was like, "Hey, can you do a Christmas present?" And I was like,
Sure.
Send me what you have in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a picture of Bruce Banner essentially transforming into Hulk.
He got angry.
Yeah. I was like, I just looked at it and I was like, this is a really cool picture. Challenge accepted.
Nice.
And I think I drew up quite a few different patterns until or erased and redrew a lot until I kind of figured out what I wanted. But again, that piece I got to play around with painting. I got to play around with different techniques,
mm-hmm.
and I really loved how it turned out.
Okay. So any other ones?
And the Harley and Joker.
Harley and Joker. No. Harley and Joker. No. DeMarco Christ.
I am a fan of it.
I'm a huge fan.
I know
it is. That's why it is prominently displayed on all my intro videos. So,
it is.
You know, when you look at the intro, and you'll probably have to go back. Well, you've already seen it, but it's there, and he's
That little DeMicro Christ though, he is a little perv. He watches me while I work out.
He watches you while I change.
Yeah, that
He watches you all the time.
My closet's in that room, so he does watch me while I change.
It's very well, and Joker watches you while you sleep, so you're always being watched.
They watch over.
And you're working on. I mean, it's going to be done by the time we've talked about this. You'll have the finishing touches, but Groot and
Rocket.
Rocket.
Yes.
Rocket Raccoon.
Yes. Which I probably will lose sleep over, but.
I mean, it'd be so
it
well
will
worth
be
it.
done.
Cool. You'll have that ready for
Yes.
display.
Yes.
What did you think of Guardians?
I loved it. I thought it was action-packed,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved all the effects, the colors.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was really colorful, really great.
I really liked it, and Batista did really good.
So you were kind of proud.
I was.
Now, were you skeptical of that when I was like, hey, let's go catch it? Because we were, I mean.
Well, I had not.
Because Adrian was going on and on about it, and I'm like, man, I don't.
I had never heard anything about Guardians.
Yeah, a lot of people.
So it was just like, okay, all right, I'll go see it.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Trying to think. Any other shows you're a big fan of? Or better yet, are there any future pieces that you are like in the back of your mind, maybe after the convention? Are you looking planning?
I did get a picture sent to me.
Okay.
Last night.
Oh wow! Already getting custom. Already getting orders.
Yes, get your Christmas orders in now.
Now.
They do take a while.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about that. Like,
okay.
Let's take the Avengers for instance. How long would you say from start to finish? Now, I mean, obviously you've got a lot going on. School. You've got work. You've got trying to work out. Trying to keep up with. No, I'm trying to keep up with. I don't know. One of those.
It depends on the
social life.
Yeah.
Total divas. You got so much on your Nurse Jackie. You're lucky there's no Walking Dead right now.
Yeah.
So Bridge.
And Teen
the
Mom.
Bridge. Oh my. No. I can't agree with you. I will not watch that show.
I watch it while he's at work.
I will not watch it. Grey's Anatomy. No, sir. No.
See, I told you canceled my recording.
But Girl Code, I will watch
yes.
it. I will watch Girl Code with you because I learned so many valuable lessons.
You learn how to understand.
Apparently, I just listened to Whitney Cummings.
Yeah.
She explains the crazy to me.
Yeah.
Okay, but Avengers, how long would you say?
The Avengers was probably actually a pretty fast piece.
Really?
I think I got excited about it and wanted to get it done.
Yeah.
So I think it only took me like 4 weeks.
Okay, so about a month?
Yeah.
How, and Groot and Rocket is taking you how long so far? About the same.
About 2 weeks so
2
far.
weeks, okay.
If that.
So it's about a month, or what's been the most difficult piece that you've put together?
The most difficult would probably be the Harley and Joker.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did that I mean, that took them.
That took me.
But you were like, oh.
But I remember telling you, I was like, I want it to be perfect. I want it to be perfect.
Yeah.
And I redid a lot of pieces, and I wanted them to fit.
And yet you're going to sell it if the right amount. Well, you'll just have to make it.
I will make a different one.
It's cool. You could probably do the Mad Love one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I'm trying to think. Like, and you'll also have some logos. Like, what can some people expect as far as what you'll have out there? I mean, what logos? I know you'll have like Superman. You'll have a few Batmen.
I have a Supergirl.
Oh yeah, the pink.
For the ladies.
For the ladies.
For the ladies.
And October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, and it's like my favorite pink and my favorite little blue. The blue that I use for Harley Quinn's eyes in all my pieces.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little trivia
baby
questions.
Blue. Yeah.
Little trivia.
Yeah. If you know that, you get 5% off.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'll have to come up to you at the booth. Are you gonna wear the Harley Quinn outfit that you?
I am on the fence.
I think you should wear it. But we need some bodyguards. We'll just have to get some.
You may have to like block the back of me.
You just go up to Undertaker. Please save me, sir. Save me from these crazy people. You're gonna get stopped. You probably can't walk.
I still have to get the leggings and the cuffs.
That's right.
So I guess it depends on if I get those in time.
Okay. Okay, but back to logos. So you have Superman, Batman, X-Men, Deadpool.
Yes. I have the Avengers.
Fantastic Four.
I will have
Green Lantern.
Yes.
I
will have
Wonder Woman. You'll have some Wonder Woman. You'll have Supergirl. Spider-Man. You have like the face one, right?
I have
that one's.
And I will actually, because it has been such a pain in the butt to make, and it's so many pieces, I'm only doing two.
Man, I would stop at one because that one's real. Because it's the actual mask, right? Yeah, it's the
webbed mask. You know,
oh man. But okay, so is there? Are there any pieces that you're like, that you? Because I mean, I know you look at art all the time. Are there any ones that have caught your eye that you're like, man, I really wish I had some time to devote to it? That you can think of? Because I know you have like the Batman. There's an action Batman one have you done that one? The one
I have not done that one. I do want to do that one. Oh, but the picture that I got sent last night is it's Joker, and he's holding.
Oh yeah, that's right, and he's
holding
unmasked.
on to the Batman. Yeah,
he's like unmasking.
And it's really, really pretty colors. Like there's the greens, there's actually like pink mixed in, and then the Batman blues, and so I have to talk to the girl who sent it to me, but I would love to do that, but how I want to do it, and I'm not sure that's how she would want to do it.
Well, I mean, it's up to artist interpretation.
Yeah. But I'm very much looking forward to drawing that out when we get back from Austin.
Cool.
I do want to do that Batman that I have drawn up that I was actually going to do, but then Guardians was such a big hit, I decided to do Groot and Rocket instead.
I'm amazed you haven't done a dancing him in a pot. I'm amazed you didn't do that one.
Well,
you ran out of time.
Yeah, we saved the pictures. We just ran out of time.
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, there's a few on the horizon.
And I want to do some more Harleys. I need to do just a Joker, which I have several drawn up. I just need to get around to doing it.
Because I think you saw one with kind of the face and kind of like the Harley and the Deadpool with the circular.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's which I will be continuing on. I started a mosaic piece.
Okay. Yeah. You did.
But I got so wrapped up in all of this preparation that I haven't really even been able to start gluing pieces down. But the Fiona and Cake mosaic, and then I actually want to do the Endless Summer poster.
Oh wow! Okay.
And that will be for me.
So that will not be for some. Now, if this goes really well, when do you think? I mean, if you did really well, you sold out most of your pieces, or you got trumped up a lot of business, would you do other conventions?
I think I would. I think I would love to do the Houston
like Comic-Palooza
next year. Yeah.
Because that one's in what, like March?
Yeah, or May.
May. I think it's like Memorial Day weekend.
So May.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that would give me plenty of time, and then that way we're not worrying about travel and all that.
Or if you could do like Comic-Con in Dallas.
Yeah, but that's the following, like 2 weeks after.
After this one. Mm-hmm. So you can even if you planned a year out.
I mean, I could plan a year out.
And then go, okay, I'm going to have so much and so much.
Yeah, ultimately, I guess Austin is really big, or Dallas is really big.
Yeah, it's one of the Comic-Cons.
So yeah, that maybe I would do, like, if all goes well, hopefully I can withstand enough to do 2 a year maybe.
Yeah.
And just do Houston, which wouldn't be so stressful because it's not traveling, it's not spending money on a hotel.
Yeah.
And then definitely try for Dallas next year.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So B43, and you're right in front, or like beside.
And he's in front.
And who's the guy again? Kind of can't remember his name. He like does a bunch of covers. He did like Marvel Zombies. Y'all will know.
Arthur. Yeah, Arthur S.
Okay.
It was an S. S-U-Y...
D-A-N? Something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We remember this
Adventure Time. Yeah, speaking of Adventure Time, I really wish you would do more Adventure Time art, because I think that would sell.
Steve has been bugging me about
that. Oh my God. Why you haven't done a Heisenberg?
Oh, yeah.
Just a face.
There's so much stuff.
Your name is Flynn.
So much stuff, I know.
And... what is it?
And breakfast is my game. But really, brunch is my game.
Flynn is my name, and brunch is my game. Yeah, brunch is my game. Love the brunches. Hearsays. Anyway, so they can go to Puddin Creations. You're about the only one that gets to plug stuff. I usually forget. Or I'll go, well, is there anything you got to plug? And sometimes I'll forget, because usually they're only plugging like Facebook or something like that. But Puddin Creations.
I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
So like her, share her.
Follow me.
Follow her. You have a Twitter?
I have a personal Twitter, but
how often are you on Twitter? Because I don't. I
don't get on it.
I mean,
really at all. I get if I follow. Mm-hmm. Really, I don't. I think I've posted a few things.
You're not
mainly tweets to The Rock.
Okay.
In hopes of getting a reply.
Tell him.
I have.
Dwayne Johnson. She will make stained glass of the Brahma Bull.
Yes, that's to come too.
She's going to make it to
and then
not give to
stalk you until
what?
Until like what?
You ever gonna tell people your plan? Your plan for?
Do you really want to tell them that?
Just watch Southland Tales. Just watch Southland Tales.
All 3 hours.
We won't tell you what scene.
You'll know.
You'll know.
If you know me, you'll know.
She's still my girlfriend.
And you're still my favorite wrestler.
Oh, even though I'm so far on hiatus. Well, let's talk about if you were to have a go at this. At wrestling, and you go through the training. You ultimately, we joke, but I mean, we're both big fans of hers. You would be the Ronda Rousey of professional wrestling.
Do I tell the story that I would?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is your.
Well, yes, I will put chicks in arm bars.
Well, I think, I mean, we both talked about it, but I just think her entrance alone.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the hoodie.
Yeah.
The no
you
makeup.
You just walk in like a total fucking badass.
Yeah.
And you know what? That is what I liked about the girls' NXT match. Is
the Charlotte Bailey one?
Charlotte Bailey?
Yeah.
They were sweating their asses sunglasses on.
Yeah, she looked like she put in some work.
I've never seen a Bella sweat, Eva Marie sweat, or even Natalia. I don't think I've even seen Natalia sweat.
I don't know, man. It could be.
I mean, is there no AC in the?
It might be. The heat might be turned on. I don't know.
But that girl was sweating, and
yeah, you would be the Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I'd be the Ronda Rousey. I'd break some arms. I'd have Steve DeMarco as my manager. And
she'd be a Steve DeMarco girl.
Yes.
We already have the shirts. No, we don't. But we would.
But eventually.
We would. Or you'd be, and then Paul Heyman would show up.
Yes.
And he would take you from me.
And then it's manager versus manager.
Oh. But then he would bring Brock in.
Yeah.
And then you would have to call The Rock.
I would worry for you.
Would you call The Rock at that point?
I might. I mean, because you
would by that point have made him the biggest Brahma bull. Could you imagine like a piece like the size of that?
You think I could just make him a stained glass and like him show up to our wedding?
You still wanted to do the wedding?
Oh yeah. We're gonna have a gimmicked wedding.
Oh my god, wrestling! I know we're gonna have like theme music. You'll be doing the arm bars.
Don't worry, guys. You don't have to wear tuxes. Just wear your gear.
Is that how you get to put the ring on me? You like get me in an arm bar and you slip it on my hand?
No, I would hope that I wouldn't have to.
I would force you now if you're doing the arm bar.
No, you and The Rock have to fight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You'd be like, does anyone object? And his music plays.
Yes.
We've already booked it, Rock. How long? How much money? He would be our entire wedding budget. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what? You should just tell him, look, I'm getting married this summer. Next summer, I need you to come and stop it. I'll be in Vegas. Play your theme song.
Yeah.
Any parting words? Anything else? I mean, I know you're really excited for Wizard World. I hope you don't go crazy. For my sake, I hope you don't go crazy. No, it's gonna. Yeah. I think you're gonna do really well, and I hope you actually do the fantasy camp, and I'd like to see you break some chicks' arms.
Yes.
And then,
I know you're into that.
Man, I'm not going to lie. I remember. I think the first time we saw, and that chick's arm was.
I don't even think I think we had just walked in from something, and we were. Like watching, and we were like, "Who the frick is this?" Like, and it was gruesome.
It was gruesome, but you loved it.
Gruesome. Yeah, I think she.
Because you did some MMA training, right? You did some martial arts training.
I was in karate. I did grappling. I did some taekwondo and jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
So you're pretty familiar with that stuff. Yeah. And you could actually implement it in your.
Every time you grab my wrist,
I would be. But we'd have. I don't know. Would we change your name? Because I couldn't do the Paul Heyman Brock Lesnar. We'd have to. Samantha Flynn. We'd call you Nikki Flynn.
Well, Nikki was the Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's always Sin.
Oh my God, Sin Flynn. That's right. You did pinup stuff. I forgot. Look, she's done it all, man. Done it all. Stained glass, pinup, breaking girls' arms, breaking guys' arms, winning bets. You still owe us. Well, it's been a pleasure. You're my first. Aww. Yeah. Love you.
Even though my dog made an appearance before I did.
Hey.
But we've been dating for how long, and I'm finally on the Lucha Lounge.
Well.
I've been on the Lucha Cam before, but we can't show those videos.
No, we can't. And you actually ran the Lucha Cam a couple times.
Yes, I have. If you'll hear me screaming in the.
Oh my God.